So the UN has relocated from New York and Geneva to Nairobi. And they said that their mission is to make the whole UN mission Afrocentric and for African governance. Exactly what are they talking about? Why have they moved offices from New York and Geneva to Nairobi?
Well, my people, it's about Iyano Show KE. Welcome back to my channel here, and I just want to give a clap for the new subscribers that have shown that massive support on my channel. So guys, there's this trending on the news that is on, whereby we see that UN are now considering relocation from Geneva, New York to Nairobi, Kenya. And the reason being, they say that they want to bring the services of UN to the closer to the people here in Africa. And some people have reacted on this story, and the news that is now trending, Kenyans have seen that they have their own reaction to this story. So these UN offices that we've seen that the offices now are there, and they are now considering relocating from New York to Nairobi. So I don't know what is your take on this story, whereby the UN are relocating to Nairobi. What's your take on this one? So let us meet there in the comment section, and guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share.
Where was your office before?
Oh,
The old building?
Yes.
So you ran away?
So you see this are the things. We're looking at it because, we're supposed to break ground.
There's 10, but you see that the ones with the colors, these are the logistics.
Karibu. Where was your office before?
Oh,
The old building?
Yes.
So you ran away?
So you see this are the things.
Including from the solar panel.
Huh? Wanaingilia wapi?
So this is inside the United Nations headquarters in Nairobi.
Kenyans, listen up. So the UN has relocated from New York and Geneva to Nairobi. And they said that their mission is to make the whole UN mission Afrocentric and for African governance. Exactly what are they talking about? Why have they moved offices from New York and Geneva to Nairobi? And they say that their main focus is going to be Africa. Exactly what are they talking about? Now, they have completed building their offices. They have finished basically all the offices and everything. They have created a community for all the UN workers. This is not a good thing. They are basing themselves in Africa as a hub, just as the countries of West Africa are kicking out the colonizers. Kenya is embracing them. Now, the UN has 5 permanent seats. Okay, 5 permanent seats. And no African countries has a permanent seat. And the people who have those permanent seats are Britain, France, China, Russia, Israel, and not a single one for Africa. And yet they're all relocating to Africa, to Kenya, not any place in Africa, but Kenya. This could be that now that they have their eyes on the ground, Kenyans will not have a single wiggle room.
Have you heard about the mass relocation of UN staff members from New York to Nairobi? The reason behind it, according to the UN, is, quote, the strategic move is aiming to place the agency closer to the communities it serves. They want to be closer to us, the people that they're serving, okay? And they are relocating a quarter of the staff members that are in New York. By the way, the staff members are complaining because I guess they don't want to come to, Africa. But the point is not that. For us, it's more than that. It's not about the staff members. It's about why in the world is the UN deciding to move all these people to Africa to get closer to the communities that they are serving. Why exactly are they doing it now when East Africa is going through what we're going through? There's a lot happening amongst each other as well as within, countries. So why are they deciding to move now, right? Why? And on top of that, this is going to impact Kenyans, by the way, because they are bringing thousands of employees to Nairobi. Let's not forget about gentrification, how they're going to make it extremely expensive for the locals to live in Nairobi city. You know what that means. You know how that's going to affect the locals and how hard it's going to be now to live in Nairobi, because they'll come with their USD. They'll come with their company's privileges, which is like probably going to pay for their rent, their cars. So now the locals are going to suffer. Like, let's not forget about that. But the scary part is, why exactly are they being moved to Africa right now? Honestly, we need to watch out.
You girl, I've tried to make this video like 3 times now. I just end up crying. But anyway, they're fucking with us. They are toying with us like this. They've sat on our heads and they're doing a dancey dance. That's where we are right now. Because no one understands why the UN is moving to Nairobi. Even the employees themselves, I'll see if I can add screenshots. Even the employees themselves are saying they don't understand. The employees in New York, where their headquarters now is, are saying, oh my God, those people, they have anti-LGBTQ laws. How do you expect us to be there? What? New York is the cosmopolitan capital of the world. What? It will be so much harder for us to do our job in Nairobi. No. Basically, they don't want to move to Africa. The offices in Kenya, people don't understand why you're moving people there amidst everything that has been happening. So for those who are not aware, UN has said that by 2025, they're going to move like a very large percentage of their staff to Kenya to be closer to the people that they care for. They think we are stupid. They think we can't see. This is the same way that the missionaries came, saying we're going to go help the people, bring the people's souls to Christ. They were busy spying, taking our land. Look where that ended us. So, people had managed, activists have been working. People had managed to low-key start like removing the UN from Southern Africa. The cases had gone, they had put it in the news, what. Because these people, when they send their soldiers, those UN peacekeepers, they are mercenaries. And they go into these villages and they make those girls pregnant and they abandon them. Ask the girls in the IDP camps, go to Lianton in the refugee camp. Go to DRC, go to Burundi, South Sudan, Somalia. They make these girls pregnant. Haiti. They were in the news, Juicy. You didn't see. Girls are there pregnant, abandoned with their children. So those cases had started coming in and had gone in the public eye, and they were low-key starting to file them out of Southern Africa. And then DRC happened. And then they were like, oh my God, they need us. There's a crisis, humanitarian. And then they finagled their way back. Now they're saying they're going to move their headquarters to Nairobi. You know the office they're starting with? The Population Fund. the population fund. Something that's going to give them access to the obstetric care of African women, Kenyan women, Ugandan women. They're going to be able to say, oh, let's run a campaign for contraceptives. You don't know what's in your body. Do you know what they did to the Ethiopian girls who went to Israel when they gave them contraception? Ask them. None of them now can give birth. Not fiction, not theory. Happened. Go and look in the news. Again, I'll see if I can add for you screenshots. But honestly, I'm having a busy day, so I don't know. I don't mean to shout. I'm so frustrated. I'm reading. The people have told us of the stories of how they took over the other continents. We are seeing with our own eyes. The Native Americans have told us, guys, this is how it started. And then it went to this one. And then it went to this one. When they finish talking, they get off of the chair. And then in Australia, the natives there, they tell us, guys, this is how it started. And then this happened. And then this happened. People in South Africa are telling us, guys, this it looks exactly like this. This is how it happened. The Palestinians are like, guy, this is how it happens. And we are just sitting there, continuing, taking our babes to Paris, going where, buying what, doing what. If we really were about this life right now, we would flood the emails of the UN. We would shut down their website with inquiries of why are you moving to Africa? What is the reason? Because even the employees don't know why it's so rushed. They were just sitting there. Imagine you're sitting there and then you get an email. Oh, by the way, we are planning on moving our offices by 2025 to a whole different continent. They don't want even them. Bro, but they have us. And we sit here and we watch them moving and we are in it.
Breaking news, and I don't know how to feel about this one. So the United Nations, the UN, they want to move their offices from Geneva and New York, and they want to take them to Kenya. Yes, the East African country. They said it's because of the high cost of living of Geneva and New York, but also we all know it's because Donald Trump, he cut the funding for the UN by a huge amount. So now they're looking at more cost-effective way to run their operations. The UN has already built houses, schools, and even expanded some shopping centers to accommodate these UN officials and staff. But some people are wondering, is Kenya safe for them? Well, Kenya is known as one of the safest countries in Africa, but recently they have had some anti-government protests. So some UN officials, they're wondering, should we still go there or should we wait? Should we wait for the next elections and then see what we are going to do? But you guys let me know, because I'm not sure how to feel about this. The Kenyan people are wondering, is this going to help Kenya? Are they going to ask for special treatment? Because we all know how foreigners come to Africa and what they do to Africans. So the Kenyan people are wondering, are these people here to help or are they here to destroy us? You guys let me know. Is this move going to help Kenya or going to destroy it?
Hii shirika inaitwa United Nations. United Nations nyinyi wote mnaijua, inahamia Kenya. So inahamishia ofisi zake zote hapa Kenya. Kwa sababu wamesema cost ya kurun hizo ofisi zake ama kurun operations za UN from United States of America, that is New York, zimekuwa extremely expensive. So because of that, they have decided to shift to Africa and especially Kenya, which is a good move kwa sababu I know itakuja na some developments. Kama saizi ukisikia ni kama serikali inataka kupanua hiyo barabara ya Kiambu Road iwe dual carriage kwa sababu ya kufacilitate how watu moving in and out of the offices, lakini haitakuja hivyo. Itakuja na gharama ingine ya maisha, itaenda juu sana kwa Wakenya. Kwa sababu gani? Hawa watu wanalipwa vizuri, they have good money, so all good houses. Ikiwa unaishi hiyo jia Kiambu Road, unaishi Ruaka, unaishi Kilimani, all those areas, hizo areas zitakuwa extremely expensive for Kenyans. Itakuwa kitu hatuta afford, because hawa watu wanakuja inahamishia over 50k workers to Kenya. So the cost of living in those areas ambazo ziko karibu na hiyo offices zao na pale wataamua kuishi sana, jua itakuwa expensive, itakuwa very expensive. But sisi hata tukishiftua tuende Kamuru na huko hatuna shida, but it's a good move but expensive for Kenya.
So already there's a red flag automatically. Now the UN plans to move their offices in Nairobi, Kenya, right? And they're moving the entire office, close to half of the office, to Nairobi. That's about 20 to 25k people, all white people and a few mix here and there. To begin with, what the fuck does the UN want to do in Africa? Before even I continue, and let me explain to you how this shit is gonna affect you. So these guys are planning to move about 20 to 25k Americans to Nairobi, Kenya. The first thing, these guys are being paid in dollars. If these guys are being paid in dollars, meaning these guys have a higher purchasing power. If these guys have higher purchasing power, this is going to highly affect the economy because the prices of commodities and products definitely will go up. Another thing, these guys are going to be situated in posh areas of Nairobi, obviously places like Karen and Kilelech, all these nice places. Meaning these accommodations, at some point, the pricing are going to go up. Not forgetting that these guys are over 20,000 human beings. And these 20,000 human beings, don't forget that they have families. So that's a crazy population moving down to Nairobi, Kenya. But the big question is, I don't understand, like, why? Why are you guys even coming now? And these guys moving to Nairobi, Kenya, they're claiming that they are coming close. I don't know. Bro, we're like in 2024, my bro. Why do you keep on lying to Africans all the time, man? We know what the fuck is going on. Like, bro, even us, we have internet, right? You guys are aware that we have internet, right? So whatever you guys get is the same thing that us down here get. So, bro, guys, please don't stop playing this game, man. What the fuck does the UN want in the African continent? Like, bro, those niggas passed Haiti. They passed South America, bro. Those guys passed Abu Dhabi, bro. They even passed Egypt, Israel, Africa, Nairobi. It's not it's impossible, bro. There's something going on that we just don't know, but soon we'll find out. Are we not Africans? We'll always find out.
Okay, guys, we have a problem. We have a very major problem here, and the major problem is concerning East Africa. Concerning East Africa, we as East Africans are in problem because of only one country called Kenya. Kenya has put us in a problem as East Africa at the moment as we speak. Kenyan government is embracing the UN as we speak. So what does this mean for us? I'm going to break it down for you. What has happened last week, I'm going to break it down for you. So please listen carefully. As Kenyans, as South Sudanese, as Ugandans, as Congolese, as Rwandans, as Burundis, Somalis, and Tanzanians, this thing is an issue of concern. East Africa is going to be a hot ground for geopolitics and Western hegemony. Double standard is going to happen here. United Nations is relocating its offices from New York, Geneva to Nairobi. This is a concern. If you think this is not a concern, I'll break it down to you. What is the problem? So the problem is the mission of UN, they say that their mission is, the mission of UN is going to be Afrocentric. I'm going to write it down, the Afrocentric. Afrocentric, it's something to do with Africa and its diversity, cultures, whatsoever it is. That their mission is going to be Africa, straight blank. Their mission is going to be African governance. African governance. That's going to be their mission. See? So, what is that? What does that mean for us? They have already done with constructions of building, offices, and basically they have done with everything. They are done with everything. Everything is already done. They have created a community of all the UN workers. Is this a good thing for us? No, it's not a good thing for us, because they are going to be basing in Africa as a hub. You get it? As a hub. Just because West Africa kicked them out of, they're kicking the colonialists out of them there. East Africa is embracing them. And it's not all the East African. If it was Uganda, Museveni will not accept that. It is Kenya. And that's why you see there's too much protest in Kenya right now. Kenya is becoming a very big headache to Africa. Kenya is the one destroying the economy of South Sudan. Kenya is the one having issues with the fight between Congo and Rwanda. This is all Kenya. This is all Kenya. Kenya is embracing them. If you may ask yourself, what is the position of Africa? Africa is not. It's one of the largest continents. United States, it's a permanent member. UK is a permanent member. France, the French, is a permanent member. You talk of China is a permanent member. You talk of Russia is a permanent member. Why have they neglected us, Africa, to have a chair at UN Council? We cannot. We only veto, we only abstain, we only do the rest of the thing. But we have no position of power at the UN seat. What is it? Why are they relocating their offices from Geneva, New York to Nairobi? This is not a good thing. We are done with colonialists. So this could be. Now they have the highest ground around us. So East Africa has no room. We have no room to do some other things. Like, it is also going to be a threat to African Union. Because African Union is here at the door in Addis Ababa. Because Addis Ababa, Abiy Ahmed, is a part of BRICS. And that's where one of the issues is. So they know East Africa is sliding away. So if East Africa is sliding away, so they have to bring UN to Nairobi. This is a legit information that I'm telling you. I've been collecting data for all this time just to give it to you people. Make sure that you have something to do with this information, and that's it.
I once saw a tweet by an old colonial Kenyan guy, and he put in the tweet that it would be so easy for any country to colonize Kenya again, because Kenyans still do not know, despite the bitter struggle for independence, despite the fact that Kenya actually is one of the few countries in the 50s that had 804 concentration camps. Yes, that's right. Despite all of that, Kenyans are still in the dark, unaware of how easy it is to colonize again, because they do not recognize how they were colonized the first time round, and they will not recognize again how they're being colonized the second time round. Why do you think progressive leaders like Ibrahim Traore are kicking out colonizers? It is because they will not live willingly. And when they're kicked out of one African country, they will move to another because they want their clothes all over Africa. They will not give up easily. Okay? The reason you have ambassadors and these NGOs in any country is so that they're studying the mood, they're looking for opportunities, and these opportunities do not include you. So don't think that they're here to create jobs and employment. Yes, they may employ a maid, they may employ a driver, but they are not here for you. It's not for your benefit. The UN has never been for the benefit of Africans. Please get this straight. Relocating to your country is not a good thing. It's like if you have thieves relocating to your home. That's not a good thing. They are not there for Africans. They are not there for you. They are there to look for any opportunities for the West. It's never for you.
This is for entertainment purposes only. So now, with everything we've got going on in Kenya and the whole revolution and trying to get rid of Nabi, all of a sudden now, and I know it's not all of a sudden, the United Nations has announced that they will be moving significant operations of UNICEF, which is all about the United Nations Child Education Fund, and UNFPA to Nairobi. I keep telling you, Kenya ain't no ordinary land, family. There's something these guys know about Kenya, and they're not telling us, but they're exploiting it. And I talked on my YouTube channel about how now that Trump has kicked out the globalists of the divided states, they're looking for a new home. And let's pray and hope that Kenya does not become the new headquarters of the New World Order agenda, because you know they want to hit population. You know they want to affect the education of children. And environment is the biggest thing. And they'll all be in Kenya, those 3 altars.
UN officials have relocated from New York to Kenya. So this has no impact in Kenya. Just life is going to be a little bit expensive here, because hao watu wana relocate na staff wao wote to Kenya, so they are not coming to Kenya to hire new staffs or give Kenyans jobs. So wanakuja Kenya kuishi tu huku, because after Trump stopped supporting that United Nations, they say they can't. They want to go to a country where life is a little bit cheap or affordable, and in Africa they decided to settle in Kenya. Some good news, though